Back home now, and builders in Victoria are being put on notice with the state government ordering the construction watchdog to issue a product alert on combustible cladding. But some have slammed the move as offering nothing new to national building standards that have failed to prevent the use of dangerous materials.
These are the scenes that put the state government and local councils on a mammoth task, sifting through a list of almost 1,400 properties to establish which contain combustible cladding.
Because there's nothing more important than ensuring that we have community safety.
Planning Minister Richard Wynne has ordered the Victorian Building Authority to issue a product warning on the potentially dangerous material. The minister touting the move as a new ban for high-risk cladding on buildings above 3 stories.
For buildings of 3 stories and less, you have the capacity to escape the building.
But experts say the very same rules are already well defined in national building codes.
It's disappointing to see that they're trying to get some cheap publicity over no change at all.
The Metropolitan Fire Brigade agreed today's announcement was a reiteration of existing regulations and wants more change.
The current regulations say that you don't need to have sprinkler protection in residential type buildings up to 25 metres. So we've advocated to have sprinkler protection in those particular buildings.
4 months after an initial paper audit was completed, some councils are already well advanced in identifying completed structures of potential concern, including Moreland, Greater Dandenong, Glen Eira and Monash. Port Phillip is also expected to rank among the highest, but it repeatedly refused to provide numbers to the ABC, while the VBA has identified its own list of buildings, including Stonington and Boroondara.
The question has to be asked, how do we deal with it retrospectively and who's going to pay?
The community is scared in some towers where they're of high risk. In others, they're curious, they're concerned.
Feelings that will remain while the safety checks continue. James Oaten, ABC News, Melbourne.